was the most memorable time of my life. It was a touching moment because I never thought this day would ever happen. I won't have to worry about putting gas in my car. I won't have to worry about paying my mortgage. You know, if I help him, he's gonna help me.
A wonderful sentiment indeed, except there's not a lot of that going around these days. It's as if the elatedness of it all has slunken into the background, just like yesterday, with a single tweet. Vote for Romney, the only choice for your future. Actress Stacey Dash blew up Twitter, igniting a full-on backlash. She went on to CNN and was interviewed by Piers Morgan. Stacey Dash said, "I choose Romney because what he says speaks to me. And it's my constitutional right to choose who I would like to lead this country, and I choose him. Not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character." Folks, this does not sound like a dumb broad to me. She sounds very smart and articulate. Sounds like a person who can think well beyond the end of her nose. The problem is, her peers don't like it. What? They say, "You've jumped ship!" One of the tweeters told her, "You're an unemployed black woman endorsing Mitt Romney. You're voting against yourself thrice, you poor, beautiful idiot." Well, what a nice thing to say. All this articulate, intelligent woman did was listen to the two candidates. Of course, now she admitted she voted for Obama to begin with. 4 years ago, she was one of the ones who voted for Obama. She wanted the hope and change. It all sounded great to her, so she voted for him. And she's decided he didn't do the job. He was less than adequate. And she's receiving tweets such as, "Kill yourself." There's a nice thing to say. I guess as long as you think like these people and you're on board with their idea, then you're one of the good guys. You're left alone. Boy, if you jump ship at all, she was asked, "Why would your endorsement be controversial? Is it because you're an actor and Hollywood generally votes overwhelmingly Democratic? Or is it because you're black and therefore assumed that you should have an allegiance to an African-American president?" You know, there are a lot of people who think that, simply based upon what they've heard in the media. Things such as,
Obama!
You got Obama phone?
Yes, everybody in Cleveland, low minority, got Obama phone. Keep Obama in president, you know? He gave us a phone.
He gave you a phone?
Do more.
How'd he give you a phone?
You sign up if you on food stamps, you on Social Security, you got low income, you disability.
I have a question. Okay, what's wrong with Romney again?
Romney, he sucks. Hey!
Well, I can promise you this. There are a lot of mean things said about black people who decide to vote conservative, or who want to make the decision on their own to live a conservative life and to think like a conservative. They don't like it. What do you mean, thinking like that? These people want to control the way you think. Herman Cain, Alan Keyes, Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice. I'd vote for her if she ran for president. I'm a white man, and I'd vote for her because I think she's brilliant. Michael Steele, another very smart and articulate gentleman. He was the leader of the Republican Party. Clarence Thomas, he's one of our Supreme Court justices. A lot of these people are revered as Uncle Toms. They're not black enough. What does that mean? Here's what Alexis McGill Johnson said about her on Hannity.
But here's the problem. As a black woman, this is why I feel like Stacey Dash. This is why I feel like Stacey Dash is clueless. Okay, because the GOP has been home to very extremist rhetoric. The GOP has become a party to legitimate rape, voter ID laws, which are disenfranchising her.
First of all, she's clueless. What a mean thing to say. Just because she doesn't think like you, just because she doesn't follow through on voting for who you would have her vote for, she's clueless. What a mean thing to say. Isn't that lovely? You know, that little part in there about voter ID and disenfranchisement? Let me just give my opinion on that right quick. If you want to vote, you need an ID. You have to have an ID to do anything else of any importance in this country. Why is it that it's okay with these people that if you don't have an ID, there aren't that many people other than illegal aliens who don't have IDs? What, do Do they want the illegal aliens to be able to vote? Is that what it is? There are not that many people in this country, just a small handful of people, maybe, who have found it hard to get their hands on an ID. I'm talking about legitimate citizens. But you know what? It's also my belief that if you are a legitimate citizen, you can get an ID. And you should. You need an ID to start a bank account. You cannot start a bank account without an ID. You have to have a picture ID. At every single bank I've ever been to, you have to have a picture ID to open up a bank account. You have to have an ID to buy booze. If you want to go into the convenience store and buy beer, guess what? You gotta have an ID. You gotta have an ID to buy cigarettes. Guess what? If you don't have an ID, the clerk looks at you. He gives you that look, and the look he has on his face is a look of, you idiot, try to come in here and buy booze without an ID. Go get yourself an ID, you bum. That's the response you get from a lot of people, that where common sense dictates you should have an ID and you don't, that's the look that you get. Really? You're gonna try to come in and slip it through without an ID? That's my opinion on it, folks. I think it's a sad thing in our country where the people who are crying racist, everybody's a racist. My gosh, I was approached years ago and was told I was a racist and I didn't even know it. I can assure you that I'm not a racist. But according to several who told me I was a racist, but I looked at them and said, but we're friends. You know I'm not a racist. I know you feel like you're not a racist. I know you don't believe you're a racist. But see, that's the thing. That's what we're telling you. You're a racist and you don't even know it. Your whole culture is racist and doesn't even know it.
Are you a white man? If you're a white man, then shut the up about race, because you don't know other than how to rape and kill. So please just shut the up about race.
By the way, I took offense to that. I took great offense to that. Because I happen to know in my heart that I'm not a racist. So I don't need somebody looking me in the eye and going, yeah, you are. You just don't know it. So it's a sad day in our country when all the folks out here who are crying racist seemingly are the ones who are just dastardly racist themselves.
I hate white people. All of them. Every last iota of a cracker, I hate it. We didn't come out here to play today. There's too much serious business going on in the black community to be out here sliding through South Street with white, dirty, cracker whore on our arm, and we call ourselves black men with African garb on. What the hell is wrong with you, black man? You had a doom day with a white girl on your damn arm. You want freedom? You're gonna have to kill some crackers. You're gonna have to kill some of their babies.
I think a lot of people are getting tired of it. Give us your comment down below, folks, and log on to TomZom.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks, and tune in again tomorrow.